Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tony Climbs. This episode today, we got, trying to mentally reset after Wednesday, just, trying to get back into the groove of things, not take anything super seriously, just try to be a little more calm and a little more, collected about everything here. But we're starting off with this red climb. Got that nice and easy. But then this red climb here, honestly, kicked my butt because I didn't really try to read it or anything. I just hopped on it. I was thinking, okay, well, I can, at the very least, probably brute force this. I could not brute force this. I got here and I was like, well, I have to like somehow get my body way out over, and it just was not happening. So stepped off there and I was like trying to figure out what I need to do. And then I realized, oh, maybe if I kind of shuffle the feet over from here, I think that's kind of going to be the play. Not going underneath like that, but getting the feet out here and kind of going under up to there. And so I gave it another shot. Get that foot out. I go under, and I just, instead of going up to that, like the big hold, I just kind of stick under here, grab onto this, and really, really hang on there. Move over, move the feet over, and then shift the weight, grab onto that. I feel like I overcomplicated that climb, but it was a good climb regardless. Up next though, we do have this green climb here, which is a honestly solid climb, nice and easy. Goes up a little bit, some bigger moves in there, but solid overall. Hopped right onto this orange climb here. I saw one of my friends did it and I was like, you know what? That looks pretty fun. I'm gonna give it a shot as well. So I hopped up on here, shift the feet over. All these holds really nice big jugs, super deep. So that was kind of made it nice and easy here. Get that foot over there, and then a big send up to here. That was nice. Matched onto this, and then I bumped my right hand up. And from here, I was able to shift my left heel onto there. Get that right hand up, or the left hand up, I'm sorry. And then go here with the right hand, try to get my feet up. Oop, slipped off, but I was able to rein holding on. Made the little bump to the pocket, and felt super solid about that. Then I moved on to this purple one here, which I definitely started wrong. As you can see, I didn't start with my foot on that hold, so I started this kind of weird, but I shifted around, moved over there. Okay, I got the hand all settled. Like, okay, cool. Shifted that hand over, feet on the wall, and then I did something really weird here. I got this hand here. I matched onto it, really strange, and then I tried to send up to there, and that didn't feel too great. Try to switch my hand around. It was not the play. I was like, okay, let's try this again. This time I just immediately went out to there, and that felt a lot better. I was like, okay, nice. I then went up to here, and again, for some reason I was fixated on putting my feet against the wall, and shifted the feet over here, and then immediately I was like, oh, I can just jump for this one here. And then for some reason I put my hand on that other one and was like, that wasn't the play. So I focused up one more time, got the foot up, get the hands up here, match it onto this, and then from here get the feet onto the wall once again. But I do a kind of a big change here, where instead of going up with my left hand, I use my right hand to bump there, and then bump once again. And from here, I'm able to trying to get a toe in. I just kind of keep my toe there and everything. And then I'm able to reach up with my left hand. And with that, I'm then able to get the right hand up there, shift the left hand over just a bit so I can get a good foot, so I can go up with the right hand, or with the left hand, I'm sorry. Get the right hand way out there, shift the feet over to that little foothold here, get the foot up there, and then I just did a big send for the top, and that seemed to work out pretty well. Happy with that climb. Now this black climb here, I saw a couple of my friends try to do it. They had a bunch of different ways of trying to do it. I don't know if any of them would have really worked for me. I tried this way. I got it the first time when I wasn't recording, just trying the move itself. And it seemed to work, but I think after doing a bunch of overhang climbs, my shoulders were a little tired and probably weren't at 100% full strength, which is probably why I wasn't really able to make those moves. But, you know, I tried it, and to me, that's like the important part. And then here I came back to this blue climb, which I tried quite a few weeks ago at this point, so it's probably going to get reset relatively soon. I reached over here, which this time it felt a little better, so it definitely felt like I was getting stronger, and I tried to hit that move, didn't quite get it, but I want to come back to that if it's still there. Now this climb, I tried it on Wednesday, and I said I was going to come back and try it again. I came back and I tried it again. And you know, from here, I was like, let me see if I can hit this move here. I reached over, I grabbed onto that, and then I reached up to there. From here, I was like, there's no way, this is crazy. Let's bump. I bumped up and I was like, okay, I hit that. That's also really nice. Okay, let's move over. Okay, keep going like one move at a time. Reach over and then match onto there. And I was like, okay, now I'm like really close to the top. I just have to match onto this, get that left foot up, and then boom, hit the top. And I was like, what is going on right now? I had like no clue like I was gonna do that climb, and all of a sudden I'm at the top. Felt super good. Just, you know, crazy to me. So moved on, just took a couple minutes to kind of like, you know, celebrate that a little bit and like kind of just be like, whoa, this is awesome. And then I came over here to this orange climb, got a little scared with the top out here, just had to make sure I put my foot on something really nice and solid, and got up and over. Then on this green climb here, similar thing, shift the weight over, you know, this is like the orange climb, but just a little bit easier. Bumped the hand, another hand up, and then grabbed onto this top part here. And honestly, this was, I think, a little scarier for me for this top out. I was like, get that leg up there, and then, you know, get every rest of my body up and over there. So tried that. Then I went downstairs to the wave room, and because it was me and a couple other people were trying this climb here. And this was a pretty interesting black climb. So got this move up to here. I forgot to take a photo of the whole thing, but it's a pretty interesting climb. So you'll see like gray, I thought they were black footholds at first, but they're gray, and they would make this climb way easier. And so I got my hands up there, tried to get it, didn't quite make it all the way up. And then I was like, okay, let's try this again. Get up there. And then I got my foot onto that volume, match onto this hold, pulled myself up, tried to get that foot onto that chip, didn't quite commit to it, jumped off. Tried it again. Okay. Hand up, almost fell, but I was able to get that left hand up as well. Get the right foot up onto the volume, match onto here. Big pull up, and then try to get a hand out, but I just lost balance there and I fell off. It's like, okay, one more try. Let's see here. Boom, get that up there. Okay, nice. Foot on the volume. Okay, mash onto this, pull, reach over, grab onto this here. You can see my hands are shaking because I'm like I'm using all of my might right now to get this up there, and I don't quite get it. I fall off. I'm like, okay, that's a bummer, but hey, solid session. Let's just finish off with a couple climbs here. We got this black climb here, and it was, you know, I'd say it was difficult, but not slab, which is, you know, why I you know, try this one here. Like, okay, let's do that there. Reach over, get the feet up, got the foot onto there, and then from here it was more just like kind of getting my right hand onto the top hold so I could swing my feet over, get one foot on that volume, and then match the top. And then finally, this orange climb, finish off with this here, nice and solid. Try to do it kind of fast. Get the hand up there, and then one bump out to there. Swing the feet over, grab the top, match onto that. Tail of the tape, you know, nothing too crazy today. got that blue climb done. Actually, something did crazy happen. That blue climb, me finishing that was crazy. Super excited that I was able to get it done. You know, Wednesday wasn't a great session for me. I was kind of being a little salty, a little negative about everything, but I came back and I tried to just mentally reset, and you know, it seemed to have paid off kind of. But yeah, so you know, I enjoy all the feedback I got on that last video. A lot of people reminded me, which is something I need to keep reminding myself, is that grading in each gym is subjective, and that you can't really put too much weight on it. You know, as much as I like to give my own grades on these things, I'm never accurate about it. So it's just nice to have some sort of consistency. And that was kind of my main point, is like, I was like, oh, maybe these climb sets aren't that consistent, but you know, maybe I got the beta wrong on some of them. So we'll see from there. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. And as always, keep on climbing.